All right, we're at it again. All right, and this time it's gonna be One Piece in Demon Slayer style. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a scale on 1 to 10 on its accuracy. All right, so if you guys are new to this channel, I'm an artist. I do different types of illustrations. Right, you guys see all these familiar IPs. All right, so 30 suggestions of character designs you guys want me to do down below. All right, so without further ado, let's dive into this. Let me turn off this background music. Let's go. All right, so now you got that moves so fast. Let's go back. All right, Monkey D. Luffy, what is happening? Why is he looking like the main character? And he got the straw hat. He literally just looks more like he's cosplaying as the main character rather than having his own type of style in Demon Slayer. So that being said, this isn't cosplaying. He's supposed to be in the style and in the world of Demon Slayer, right? So that's not working. And he has the fire forehead scar. This makes no sense for Luffy. So I'm going to give this one a solid 2 out of 10. Only reason why I'm giving it a 2 is because he got the straw hat and the face structure is the iconography of how Luffy looks. But everything else, thumbs down. Okay. Zoro looks better. This one looks better. Yes, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. So yeah, this one gets a higher score. And of course, he got the 3 swords. I would have complained if he only had 2. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He looks more like he's in the world of Demon Slayer. So I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10. All right, and then we got Nami. Okay, Nami definitely looks like she's in it, like especially with the art style. Come on, AI. AI is funny. Yeah, I just gotta leave it there. AI is hilarious. I feel like it's too accurate of the art style where it kind of takes away from Nami. It just seems like it could be any NPC character in Demon Slayer, and you just slap the orange hair, and all of a sudden it's Nami. It's like it's more than just her orange hair that represents that it's her. And that's why I'm not gonna give it such a high score. So I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. Oh, what is happening here? What is this, like an older Sanji? And why is he dressed up with one of the characters there? Like, come on, AI. I forgot the character's name, but you guys know. All right, you guys know down below. This is a no-go. This is a no. No. The only thing that shows that it's obviously Sanji is just the head, but it looks more like a cosplay rather than him inside of the lore. So gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. Okay, this one looks more accurate of Aesop. Yeah, yeah, I could see this for sure. I could definitely see this. At least it didn't go as far as having him with the red as if he's his skin in the mask, because they have those long nose, right? Who are the repairers in Demon Slayer. Yeah, this one definitely works. This definitely works. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Why is it so detailed? Come on, AI. It's just unnecessarily detailed. But yeah, Chopper looks weird. You gotta pick your battle. No pun intended. Is either you want the small Chopper as a little bear or whatever, or you get the muscular and big Chopper, right? And I think this would have worked well if it was the big Chopper rather than the small. But it just looks kind of weird, like someone's wearing a fursuit and they threw on some Demon Slayer clothing. So yeah, this gets a 3 out of 10. I don't know this character, so you guys can scale. I always say that if I don't know the character, you guys can be the ones to put the scale on 1 to 10. Brook, I don't know this character, but I've seen him before in One Piece. Again, when I make these reaction videos, I am not I'm more of an artist rather than the expert of the lore of these anime shows. All right, I'm not an anime encyclopedia. I'm a fan of a few anime shows, but not enough for me to be like I mastered all of it. Right, that's for the consumers. I'm an artist. I like to produce rather than consume. So I will say this right here looks good. I like this version of this. Definitely different from how he looked in One Piece. More of a creepier look. I just wish he looked more of a demon. It's Demon Slayer, obviously. So I wish he looked more like that as opposed to look like he's part of the good guys. So I'm gonna ding us some points, but overall, I will give this a 5 out of 10. I think it's average. Middle of the road, fork in the road. Don't know this character, but let's put that aside with not knowing this character. I do like this design. I could definitely see this, but my only issue is that he looks still more like a One Piece rather than the Demon Slayer art style. It just looks like One Piece, but with Demon Slayer attire or apparel. So because of that, I'll give this a 5 out of 10, which is average. That is average. Okay, I remember how this character looks because I've done a lot of reactions of how they look originally. This looks cool. This is a different version of it. It looks more humanoid than the original. And then with the Demon Slayer attire, again, some of these they might as well just make them demons rather than, I don't know, AI. And that's the thing about AI. You've people focus so much on AI, but then since you don't make art, you don't have the creative liberty to go into the nuances and fixing it up or making it yourself. So you're limited towards what AI will give you, right? So it's just image generator. So this is just generating their samurai inspired, Ronin apparel rather than differentiating it and making them into some of them into demons, like their type of outfits, right? So this doesn't work for me. It's a bit too colorful, especially it clashes with his skin tone. But yeah, this to me gets a 5 out of 10. So it's not terrible, but to me it's just mediocre. Middle of the road, fork of the road. Oh, Shanks. I mean, they all given. Yeah. Okay. No, this works. It's just where's the swords? Where at least one sword in the back because it's Demon Slayer. But yeah, this works. Still kind of looks like One Piece hybrid rather than full Demon Slayer. But I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's very above average just because of the face expression in his face. It is definitely accurate. But I can't give it higher than that. It's between a 6 and a 7. I'll give it a 6. It's slightly above average. 6 out of 10. Whoa, isn't that? I literally thought that was Luffy for a second, but no, that's Ace. Why did it make Ace look young? I literally thought that was Luffy. I was like, oh, I was about to say this is a better looking Luffy, but no, that's Ace. Nah, that's not Ace. Nah, that doesn't really. He looks too young to be Ace. Looks too young. Nah. If it was Luffy, it would have been a higher score. But the AI did its thing right here. Very, very detailed. It captured a lot, but it's not Ace. I'm gonna give this one because it's Ace. I have to give it a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Dracul. Oh, Hawkeye Mihawk. I can't believe they sabotaged Hawkeye Mihawk. Like, you would expect Hawkeye Mihawk to look amazing. It's Hawkeye Mihawk. How can you screw that up? Where's his hat? Where's the sword? Out of all things, he don't have a sword. And it's Demon Slayer, and he's known for having 2 swords. The large one and the small one that he humiliates people. Yeah, this is terrible. The only redeeming quality is his sort of his face, because you could tell by his face. But everything else, like the palette is definitely cohesive with how with the color palette of his attire in One Piece, but nah. And his eyes, definitely his eyes too. So AI, you have failed me. I had high expectations, so I'm gonna give this one a solid 5 out of 10. What? Are you are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? AI didn't even bother. Didn't even bother. It's literally One Piece art style. Where's the Demon Slayer style of it? It's just One Piece. What did they do? They dropped the ball. So yeah, this gets a 0. 0 out of 10. This is not even a different style. This is the same one. So no. Whoa, is that how this person's supposed to look? Bellamy, I don't know this character, but that is creepy. You guys put a scale on this one because I'm moving on. That is creeping me out. Okay. Rob Lucci. Don't know this character, but let's just judge by what I'm seeing here because it's not creepy. It has a cool factor to it. Just say his name. Let me just Google it. Rob Lucci One Piece. So let's do that. Rob Lucci One Piece. Okay, cool. Rob Lucci one. Okay, so this is how he look. Okay, got the pigeon. Boom, boom. Okay, bling, bling. I always like One Piece art style. It's very expressive and unique. Okay, now that I got enough information what I'm seeing here, now let's see how he looks here. Why they give him red eyes? Why are his eyes red? And the facial hair. I mean, it wasn't AI is not able to have this unique facial hair like the original. And he turns it to like a tiger type thing, like a leopard or jaguar. One of the big cats. Really cool design. And then seeing this, the only thing that shows is the pigeon. It's not terrible. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. It is above average, but other than that, it's just not wowing me like the original. Whoa. I did see this character before, Boa, and they definitely for all those people who like this type of stuff, they're like, this is a 10 out of 10. So I'm gonna leave it there for those people who love seeing stuff like this. But let's see it. Boa hand. Okay, she'll pop up. Boa hand. Here we go. Oh yeah, yeah. She's sex appeal type then. Okay. I see what it's doing. I see what AI is keeping the consistency going. Yeah. This gets a high score. Yeah. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 as far as the switching up the style into Demon Slayer, and everything else definitely works for it. So yeah, perfect score. Wow. I know this character definitely. This definitely works a lot heavily. They definitely captured it properly with this character. Du Flamingo. Yeah, this is a very high score. I'm loving it. This gets a 10 out of 10. Yep. I don't know who Sabo is. Sabo. Let's look up Sabo. Sabo. Oh, okay. I've seen him before. Yeah. One of my reactions I've done before. All right. So I'm seeing that. Let's see how he looks here. Not bad, actually. Not bad. He doesn't always have a band-aid on his nose. The hat. Actually, that's pretty good. The only thing that's weird is Does he have a... Oh, he don't know. That's not weird at all. He does actually have a scar in his eye. So that's pretty accurate. It's just more pronounced hair. Yeah, you know what? This gets a very high score. This gets another 10 out of 10. Good job, AI. Seen him before as well. Nah, this was looking good. Now we're talking. Trafalgar Law. It'll pop up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. Now let's see this here. Not bad. Not perfect, obviously. It's AI. Not bad. She had that blue. He has different outfits, I guess. But then, yeah. Nah. This works. This gets a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Monkey D. I don't know who this is either. Monkey D. Corp. Oop, typo. It'll pop up. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing the original. Got enough information there. Now let's see this. Well, it's close up. So, come on, AI. It's close up. You know, I wish it was like more zoomed out. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Above average, slightly. Kuzan. Really cool character. Yeah, I don't even need this. It doesn't need for me to go back. But for those people who don't know how he looks, I will still do it. Okay, so we got Kuzan. All right. So let's see this here. Really cool character, no pun intended. All right. So seeing that. Seeing how he looks here. The coolness is just not there. But I mean, you definitely could tell who it is because he just has striking features, but it's not working for me in Demon Slayer style. But I mean, it served its purpose. I just wish it had a bit more pizzazz. But nonetheless, I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. What's next? Okay, this is what I'm talking about, pizzazz. Yes, Whitebeard. Whitebeard, now that is a very good representation. He has that aura. He has a presence. Their interpretation with his attire works well with Demon Slayer. I can definitely see this as if he just came into their universe. Right? So AI, I'm gonna give you an easy Whitebeard, right? Demon Slayer, a 10 out of 10. Damn near perfect. Digging it. And that was the last one. All right, the last one. So obviously my favorite one is the last. So they save the best for last. All right, the best for last. So let's put back the music. And what are honorable mentions? Let's see here. This, obviously, that's amazing. This one is really good as well. I wish that was not Ace. Oh, they dropped the ball on that. And also Sanyu wasn't bad either. I mean, I said Sanyu. What am I saying? Sanyu. Zoro. I said Sanyu. Zoro wasn't bad either. But yeah, the best one was obviously Whitebeard. So let me know what you guys think, which one was your best, right? So let me know down below. And of course, always with my shameless plug, if you want me to do one piece in my art style, just put in the comment section down below of any of the characters in One Piece, all right? And this time it's not gonna be made through AI, but I'm gonna use my photograph as reference to create these illustrations, which takes me a while to make. But anyway, put it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.